I'm Laura Vitale. On this episode of Laura in the Kitchen, I'm going to show you how to make my pesto grilled scallop skewers. It's exactly what they sound like. It's pesto, fresh scallops, a couple cherry tomatoes, total deliciousness. Let's go over the ingredients so we can get started. You're going to need some fresh scallops that I have just washed and patted dry completely. Some fresh pesto, I prefer homemade. Some cherry tomatoes, salt and pepper, and just a touch of lemon. So this, like I said, it's a really simple recipe, but I just adore the combination of scallops with pesto because scallops are really sweet and tender, and the same thing with the pesto because pesto is made out of basil, and basil is really sweet, and they complement each other really, really well. So first thing you want to do is get a grill pan nice and hot. Now, if you're doing this outside on the outdoor grill and you're using like skewers like this with skewers, you want to soak them. Otherwise, they'll catch on fire and you don't want that. So get that nice and hot. I have my scallops that I've just rinsed off and patted them completely dry because that way they'll adhere to the pesto. Season the scallops really nicely with salt and pepper. Remember, we're just trying to make sure everything's got a really good amount of flavor. And I'm just going to add these scallops to my bowl. Get that done. Now we're going to add in our pesto. Now this is pesto I made, and I have a video on that as well. But you can use store-bought pesto if you don't have, homemade pesto. But now I'm going to leave about 2 tablespoons of pesto behind, like that. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to squeeze a little lemon juice, thin it out, and then drizzle on the top when they're done. Super yummy. Give this a really nice stir. Make sure the scallops are really coated with that pesto really well. That is perfect. Now I'm going to start to skewer. At the beginning and end of every skewer, I'm going to put a cherry tomato. Just because, well, pesto, basil, tomato just goes right for me. And I do about 3 to 4 scallops per skewer, depending on the size. These are pretty big actually, so I'm just going to do 3. Make sure your grill is nice and hot, just like so. And those are ready. And I'm just going to continue making the rest. Got my skewers all ready for the grill. Make sure it's nice and hot because we're going to get some beautiful grill marks on these babies. So let's go. Make sure your grill's nice and hot. That is what you want to hear. Last one down. And these are going to cook for literally 3 to 4 minutes on each side because remember, scallops are really tender and they'll cook very, very fast. Now my scallop skewers cooked for about 4 minutes on each side at like a medium-high temperature, and they're perfect. I did taste test one. Now remember the remaining couple tablespoons of pesto that were in our little bowl? I'm going to add just a touch of lemon juice to this to kind of thin it out. And I'm just going to... And this is completely optional. I mean, you don't need to do this because there is already so much flavor on these scallops, but this just kind of gives it an extra special touch. And I love that fresh little zing from the lemon. Okay, I gotta taste another one. Which one do I want? I want this one. I'm just gonna break it off the skewer. Very delicate. Outrageously delicious. Don't overthink. Don't want to make something so crazy, this big marinade. So simple. When you have fresh ingredients, when you have a fresh something like beautiful scallops, a homemade pesto, put the two together, grill it, simple, delicious. You will have an amazing result every single time. Apply that to everything you're cooking. Simple, better, more delicious. I hope you guys have enjoyed spending time with me. To get this quick and easy recipe and other recipes, check out my website at www.laurinthekitchen.com, and I'll see you next time. Bye!